Hey guys, it's Mark here, and in this video I'm going to talk about 12 high profit niches that pay you commissions for generating leads for them, which means that you earn high commissions even if a sale isn't made. And the reason that they can pay high commissions is that they know the overall value of the lead itself. I'm going to give an example of one of these niches. One of these niches, the first one, is smart home automation. Now, the reason why this is a niche that can pay out high amounts is that when someone installs all of the things that are involved in a smart home, whether that be automated curtains, like I've got a smart home here. If I press a button, I can close the curtains in a room, or I can press another button and close all the curtains in the house. You might be wondering, hey, it's looking dark outside, Mark. Why haven't you closed that window? Well, I haven't gone and pushed the button, but essentially that's what happens. So, and it's not just curtains, of course. It can be music, it can be lighting, it can be the TV systems and stuff like that. And to install a smart home can be tens of thousands of dollars. So even if, let's say, for instance, their profit per customer on average was $15,000. It might be $25,000 to install it. They might have to pay costs of labor, costs of the equipment. It might be $25,000. So let's say it's $15,000 profit for them. Maybe it's $10,000. I'll go even lower. Let's say it's $10,000 profit for them. So let's say they pay you, say $100 a lead, and you send them 10 leads that didn't make a sale, or 9 leads that made no sale, and the 10th lead made a sale. So essentially they paid you $1,000 to make 10,000. Okay, so that's why they can afford to do that. Even if that margin was lower and lower than that, they've still got a lot of wiggle room, even if 1 in 20 turned into a customer. The idea, though, is that you're sending them the type of people that they want. Okay, so obviously Aidan teaches you how to do that in his system, and you'll find out more about that in the link below this video. But in a nutshell, without me going too granular into it, I hope you can see why smart home automation can be a really high profitable niche for lead gen. And many of the offers that are taught in Aidan's training, obviously he's making $10,000 a day doing this, so he knows this inside out, but many of the offers pay really high commissions, and ones that pay lower commissions, like $7, $10, that kind of thing, they require less forms to be filled out. Maybe it's just a name and an email address and a phone number or something. And the ones that pay higher amounts, maybe they require a few more details, or maybe it's in a smaller niche, so they're willing to pay more because they know how hard it is to find the right person within that kitschier industry, so to speak. Okay, so another one that's quite popular is solar panel installations. So nowadays solar panels can do a heck of a lot more in terms of they can generate more power than they used to for the amount of money it costs for solar panels, and you can get paid back money from the grid as well for any solar panel usage that you're not using. So more and more people want solar panels, and different people are willing to invest different amounts in solar panels. Some people are willing to invest tens of thousands, and some people it's a lower amount, but it's still in the multiple thousands of dollars. So as a result, the solar panel lead gen niche pays really decent amounts of money. And also there are people that already have solar panels, but they want more of them. So there's a lot of reasons why that particular niche does well. So solar panel installation is another one. Another one is home security systems. In particular, these days, I hope you can see the trend here. Modern technology has got better and better. People had security systems years ago, but they didn't always have multiple cameras, the ability to access those cameras just straight off your phone. I know you might think, hey, wait a minute, I could install Google Home all by myself. But not everybody is a techie. Not everyone knows how to do that stuff. Some people want to just pay a company to come in and do it, and know that that company is going to monitor, not necessarily the cameras, but monitor if your burglar alarm goes off or something like that. And they just want to have everything set up, good to go, so that they feel safe. And hence, again, that's another one that pays really decent commissions for leads as opposed to per sale. Okay, so another one is mortgage loans. if someone takes out a mortgage, they may spend a lot of money on a house, and it can go on for years and years with interest and so forth. So as a result, you can probably imagine the amounts that get made from generating the lead, even if only 1 in 20 of your leads turned out to be someone that actually went through with the mortgage application altogether. There's a big reason why they're able to pay out huge amounts. And so in the past, it just used to be mortgage brokers that got paid the money for mortgage loans. Now, effectively, it's kind of like you're an online mortgage broker in a way, by being able to just fire off those leads and get a cut right there and then. It's pretty awesome. In a similar way, mutual funds is another one. So when somebody is about to retire, or someone runs into a bit of money from an inheritance or something like that, or someone's running a successful business and they want to diversify and not hold everything in cash, then mutual funds becomes something that they might look up, get interested in, and of course the payouts per lead is pretty high as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk very quickly about each one. I don't want this video here to be something where I spend an hour going granularly into each of these particular niches. There are hundreds of niches out there, but I want to just share with you the 12 niches for this particular video, just to get your gears going, just to get your wheels spinning, so you can see, oh yeah, I can see why that's profitable. I can see why that's profitable. I can see how this works. And so that you can picture how it might work if you are to decide to do this particular system. Make sure, if you haven't, check out the link below so you can find out more information about how the system works, so how you can make high profits from this particular system for earning commissions. So credit card applications is another one. Credit card companies for years have actually been paying out anywhere from $10 to $50 per lead for credit card applications to be filled out. So, that's a big one. Retirement planning, that's another one. And obviously the retirement planning leads to people spending money on a whole lot of different services with those sort of companies that do retirement planning, hence the high payments per lead. Personal loans or even payday loans is another one. Life insurance. Usually people, when they get life insurance, they stick with that company for decades. So it's not surprising that the payouts are pretty good also in life insurance. There's a lot of different types of health insurance. Some of them are more specific than others, but health insurance is another one that also has high payouts. And on the subject of insurance, there's also home insurance as well. So that one pays out perhaps a little bit less than some of the other ones, but it still pays out pretty well. And that's because even though the margins on home insurance are lower for the home insurance companies, it's almost like it's not quite a lost leader. They do profit, but it leads into the more profitable insurances for them, like travel insurance and car insurance, or not so much car insurance, but travel insurance and health insurance and even business insurance and all of those other things. Often the person that gets their home insurance or even their car insurance done through a certain company will often go to that same one for the other types of more profitable insurances, but they are sort of kitschier. So I did touch on a few insurances there. I'll just mention that of the insurances, you've got life insurance, health insurance, home insurance, car insurance, travel insurance. I know there are other insurances, but I definitely know that those 5 are all really good for lead gen in different ways. I used to work in a call center a long time ago, a couple of decades ago, and we were selling car insurance. Well, I wasn't selling it, I was doing customer service. And we got told that the margins on car insurance at that time were very low. 20% is what the insurance company made. But that insurance company that I worked for said that they made 800% on travel insurance. So they had way less people taking travel insurance, but they were making 800%. So it's not surprising that travel insurance is also really profitable when it comes to getting paid for lead gen. There's also hair growth services, like people that go ahead and, like, if they're balding and maybe sometimes they're young, sometimes they are women. It's not always the people that you think. It's not necessarily the person that's 65 years old. It's often the person that shouldn't be going, they don't think they should be going bald at that age, and then they want it. And again, if you can refer leads in that particular niche, it does really, really well. In fact, I used to have a site that did that many years ago, and I did pretty well with it almost 2 decades ago. It was in the cure female baldness niche, and it drove leads to those kind of services back in the day, and it did pretty well. So I know a little bit about that, but the payouts are much higher these days than they used to be back then, because it was very experimental in terms of getting paid per lead, driving leads and stuff like that. There's plastic surgeons as well. I have a friend of mine that is making $80,000 a month driving leads for plastic surgeons that do things like liposuction and other things. So that's another one. Installation of water filtration services. That's another thing, especially these days where people are discovering more and more about how their health is affected by the quality of the water that they have, and all the stuff that gets put into the water in order to kill off the germs and stuff that's in there, but also at the same time maybe killing off a few more things that you don't want in your body, depending on where you live, of course. Some water's better than others. So water filtration services, they can pay out decent amounts per lead as well. There's also like home ventilation systems, especially after COVID came. This became a lot bigger because people want to have better breathing and better take long-term care of their lungs and have cleaner air. And so home ventilation systems as well is another big one. So anyway, there we have it. I'll just go over these niches. In fact, I went over more than 12, didn't I? I covered life insurance, health insurance, home insurance, car insurance, travel insurance, hair growth specialists, plastic surgeons, water filtration, home ventilation systems, solar panels, home security systems, smart home automation, mortgage loans, personal loans, mutual funds, credit cards, retirement planning. I think I covered 17, and there are dozens and dozens more. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There are physical product niches as well, like vacuum cleaning and so forth. There's a lot, like vacuum cleaners, I should say, like the actual devices and so forth. Some people want a lead in order to come and demonstrate this vacuum cleaner. I'm just throwing out there, there's a lot of services out there, and there are a lot of physical products out there and many other types of niches. In fact, another example of a physical product niche is blood glucose monitors. You fill out a form and you apply for a blood glucose monitor, and you're eligible, assuming someone that's eligible, they're in the US, they're a certain age range, and they fill out that form. And again, that can pay out really, really good just for giving away a free blood glucose monitor to someone that might need it. And these aren't just based in the USA, and you don't have to be in the USA either. I'm in New Zealand. I can target the USA if it's a USA offer, but some of the offers are worldwide. Some of them are only for France. Some of them are only for Australia. It doesn't matter though where in the world you are, and you'll find out a lot more info if you just check out the link below it. You'll see Aidan describing everything in utter detail, and I think that for those of you that are interested in this stuff and like the idea of doing it, I've been beta testing this myself on the side while I do a lot of other stuff, and I'm already running a successful business, so I had less time to do this, and still making over $1,500 a week now in profits doing this on the side. I can see why this method works really well, so I can vouch for it because, like I say, I've been testing it. I've seen other people doing well with it, and one of the other guys I've been chatting to that's part of the system, he's doing $30,000 a month. That's over $1,000 a day. So again, some big numbers are being made. It's a really great niche to get into, and I highly recommend it. So go check out the link below and take action with what you learn. Okay, that's it from me today. See you next time. Bye for now.